So today we'll discuss semiconductors. As we all know that pure semiconductor is a crystal with energy band structure having filled valence band and empty conduction band. Conductivity of semiconductor lies in between insulators and conductors. For semiconductors, conductivity is a function of temperature. As temperature increases, conductivity increases, but its resistance decreases. So conductivity is strongly dependent on temperature. This phenomenon is called negative temperature coefficient of resistance. So this is the energy band diagram for pure semiconductor. Valence band is completely filled and conduction band is empty. And at absolute zero, semiconductor behaves as an insulator, that is conductivity is zero. Energy band gap is the difference in energy between the lowest point of conduction band, that is conduction band edge, and the highest point of valence band, that is valence band edge, which can be seen from this energy level diagram. This is the lowest conduction band edge and its energy is EC, and this is the highest valence band edge and its energy is EV, and difference of these two appears as the band gap or forbidden energy gap. So energy gap between the highest filled valence band and the empty conduction band is nearly equal to 1 electron volt for semiconductors. As temperature increases, excitation of electrons from valence band to conduction band takes place and it leaves equal number of vacancies in the valence band, that is holes. So here, due to thermal energy, if one electron is excited to conduction band, then it leaves behind a hole. Similarly, if one more electron is excited into conduction band, then one more hole will be present here. So in intrinsic semiconductor, density of free electrons is that of holes. Semiconductors have both positive and negative charge carriers for conduction, and density of charge carriers can be controlled by doping the pure semiconductor with chemical impurities. So process of adding the impurity to pure semiconductor is known as doping. Electronic devices based on the properties of semiconductors are such as rectifiers, solar cells, voltage regulators, switching devices, transistors, thermistors, modulators, detectors, etc. Most popular semiconductors are germanium and silicon, also known as pure semiconductors or intrinsic semiconductors, as well as large number of compound semiconductors, for example, metallic oxides, sulfides, etc. Whereas uh, lead sulfide, cadmium selenide, these are the compound semiconductors which are widely used in optical devices. Actually, semiconducting elements basically lie in third to seventh column of the periodic table. So here we see the semiconducting elements which lie from third to seventh group of periodic table, and elements enclosed by this red line, these are semiconducting elements. Okay. So germanium and silicon are elements of fourth group, and these are pure semiconductors. SiC is the fourth group compound. Gallium arsenide, indium antimony, INSB is third and fifth group compound, this fifth group. Lead sulfide is the fourth and sixth group compound. Lead sulfide is, and so on. So before going into detail of semiconductors, first we should know what are non-degenerate and degenerate semiconductors. Example of non-degenerate semiconductor is PN junction diode. So non-degenerate semiconductors contain moderate level of doping. That means lightly doped semiconductors. And dopant atoms are well separated from each other in semiconductor host lattice with negligible interactions. Dopant atoms exhibit discrete energy levels, and Fermi energy levels are usually formed either below the conduction band edge or on the top of valence band edge. So in pure semiconductors, we know that Fermi energy level lies in between the conduction band and valence band. Whereas in N-type semiconductor, Fermi energy level is closer to conduction band, and for P-type semiconductor, Fermi energy level is closer to valence band. Example of degenerate semiconductor is tunnel diode. Degenerate semiconductors contain high level of doping with significant interaction between dopant atoms, and the interaction results in formation of donor or acceptor bands rather than discrete energy levels. These impurity bands formed can overlap with the corresponding band edge of the conduction or valence bands. At such high doping levels, Fermi energy level lies in the conduction band or valence band rather than in forbidden energy region. Degenerate semiconductors acts like metals at high temperature. So for degenerate semiconductors, in N-type semiconductor, Fermi energy level lies inside the conduction band, and for P-type semiconductor, Fermi energy level lies inside the valence band instead of within the forbidden region, as we have seen in the case of non-degenerate semiconductors. So in the next lecture, we'll discuss properties of fourth group elements, that is lattice properties of fourth group elements. And to prepare this video, the reference books consulted are in solid state physics by Decker as well as Kettle.